First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu assures investors of conducive business environment in Lagos State. Standards Organization of Nigeria demands stronger regulations to prevent building collapse in the country. On the foreign scene, Israeli military launches large-scale operation in West Bank. And in sport, Nigeria names squads for FIBA Under-18 Afrobasket tournament. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has pledged his administration's commitment to create an enabling environment for both local and foreign businesses to thrive in the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who gave this assurance at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry International Business Conference Expo 2024, Invest Nigeria, noted that the state will also continue to implement policies and initiatives that will attract and retain investments. The governor hinted that Lagos is focusing more on infrastructural development in the area of public transportation, logistics, digital ecosystem, agriculture and others to boost foreign investors' confidence in the state, which will also create employment opportunities for the teeming youths.
Lagos name sounds will continue to partner with you. We'll continue to ensure we want these investments to be reflected in almost all parts of our country, because the country is large and is big. But we can be a sounding board. We want to open our doors to be able to use us as a test case so that investment and businesses can come to the country and can.
In his remarks, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, who said Nigeria's location and abundant resources give room for investments and the federal government is committed to promoting export-oriented businesses and attracts more investments, also reiterated commitments to enhancing port security and battling of other marine crimes. Oyetola stated that the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy is committed to port rehabilitation and modernization projects in Apapa, Tinkan Island, Ondo, Burutu, Delta State, Lekki Free Trade Zone and Banana Island Trade Zones, with a call on foreign investors to take advantage of the numerous federal government incentives, such as tax exemption for 5 years.
We are not resting on our wealth, as our ultimate goal is to make Nigeria the hub of maritime in West Africa. Let me conclude by echoing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's declaration that, and I quote, Nigeria is now more than ever open for business. I encourage our investors to seize these opportunities, contribute to Nigeria's economic development, and be part of Africa's promising future.
Earlier, Lagos State Commissioner for Commerce, Cooperatives, Trade and Investment, Folashade Ambrose Midibem, said various opportunities are open to both local and foreign investors as the state contributes more than 30% of the gross domestic product of the country.
Well, considering the fact that Lagos State contributes more than 30% of the GDP of Nigeria, it stands to benefit a lot because Lagos State has a lot to offer, both in terms of the fact that we have set ourselves up for success by way of having the right infrastructure facilities here, ensuring that ensuring the ease of doing business parameters are addressed, and ensuring that we not only attract investors but we retain them as well.
Our correspondent Adiola Akinele reports that the event attracted members of the diplomatic corps, business owners, captain of industries, other stakeholders, while discussion sessions were held on opportunities and prospects in Nigeria for international trade, understanding the regulatory environment for investing in Nigeria, and bilateral business sessions. Lagos State government has disbursed the sum of 10 million naira to 8 deserving businesses by youths for investments through the Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Speaking at the 2024 International Youth Day Parade, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu pledged renewed commitment to youth empowerment and engagement, focusing on pillars like technology and innovation through training and mentorship, education and skills development, youth entrepreneurship and empowerment, enhancing access to microcredit facilities. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the state has established various platforms for youth to ensure positive dialogue between them and government, just as various training and skills acquisition programs have been made available to enhance their capacities.
The Lagos State is committed to creating an enabling environment where our youth can leverage digital opportunities for innovation and growth. To our youth, you are the driving force behind this celebration. You are the future of Lagos. As I like to say, we are the leaders of tomorrow, starting today. You are the future. We are immensely proud of you, of your achievement.
Commissioner for Youth and Social Development, Mobolaji Ogulende, who saluted the resilience of youths, said the Sanwo-Olu administration will continue to empower youths to be self-reliant, as 79 youths were empowered to mark this year's International Youth Day celebration.
The Lagos State is committed to creating an enabling environment where our youth can leverage digital opportunities for innovation and growth. To our youth, you are the driving force behind this celebration. You are the future of Lagos. As I like to say, we are the leaders of tomorrow, starting today. You are the future. We are immensely proud of you, of your achievement.
Our correspondent Adiola Akindele quotes the Commissioner for Youth and Social Development advising youths to channel their energy towards positive contribution to the growth of Lagos and the country in general, and be the agent of change for Nigeria to realize its dream. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has described the establishment of a booster station project by Lagos Traffic Radio as advantageous to motorists, road users, and other residents of the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, stated this during an inspection of the ongoing project in Ikorodu. He explained that the installation of equipment for the booster station will further enable the station to deliver on its mandate of timely and accurate travel advisory to Lagosians. The governor noted that the booster station will also increase the reach of Lagos Traffic Radio to where signal is weak or non-existent, such as Festac Town, Apapa, Amuwodofi, and down to Badagry axis, thereby attracting more listeners.
Lagos Traffic Radio, I'm told, has had the problem of not being heard loud and clear in some parts of Lagos. But with this equipment installed here now, that will be a thing of the past. So I feel it's a step in the right direction, it's a step forward, and it's a very good step.
According to him, the station, which is forward-thinking, is intentional about its steps aimed at improving its service delivery and adding value to Lagosians' productive hours. The Lagos State government has unveiled a series of comprehensive public health initiatives in a proactive response to the growing global concern over the Mpox virus, particularly the newly identified Clade 1B variant. Commissioner for Health, Akin Abayomi, who outlined the state's multi-pronged strategy to shield Lagos from the emerging threat, announced 3 significant milestones as part of Lagos State's public health strategy against Mpox. Abayomi outlined a robust stakeholder engagement involving experts from various sectors to discuss Mpox and its management, both locally and globally. Activation of an Emergency Operations Center, EOC, specifically dedicated to monitoring and addressing the Mpox outbreak, and the launch of a statewide public health awareness campaign aimed at educating residents about the risks associated with Mpox and preventive measures they can take. The Commissioner emphasized the current concern over the Clade 1B variant, which is rapidly spreading across Central Africa, particularly in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and has now reached neighboring countries like Cameroon, Rwanda, and Burundi. Abayomi warned that while there are currently no active Mpox cases in Lagos, The state must remain vigilant against the potential importation of this aggressive variant. Now to the rest of the stories. The Standards Organization of Nigeria has emphasized the urgent need for a comprehensive strategy to prevent building collapses in Nigeria. The Director General of SON, Ifeanyi Okeke, noted that this approach aimed to address recurring accidents or incidents and ensure the safety and integrity of structures nationwide. Okeke highlighted that adherence to specifications and codes of practice is crucial for restoring public trust in Nigeria's building industry. He expressed worry over the frequent building collapses across the country and the resulting loss of lives and property. Okeke explained that SON's investigations pinpoint poor structural designs, quackery, unprofessionalism, and insufficient soil testing as key factors in frequent building collapse. He also emphasized that the organization will sustain collaboration with key regulators like the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, the Nigeria Building and Road Research Institute, the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, the Raw Materials Research and Development Council, the Ministry of Works, and other development agencies at all levels. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has confirmed receiving 171 stranded Nigerians from Libya. Officials of the NEMA Lagos Territorial Office, along with other stakeholders such as the Nigerian Immigration Service, International Organization for Migration, Port Health, Federal Airport Authority, and others, were on ground to provide basic humanitarian support for the returnees upon their arrival. The repatriated Nigerians are 41 female adults, 115 male adults, 1 female child, 6 male children, 4 female infants, and 4 male infants. The agency advised Nigerian youth to stop endangering their lives by engaging in irregular migration in search of greener pastures in other countries. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it will not release permanent voter cards to third parties. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Ulumekun, who made this known, said the distribution of permanent voter cards to new applicants across Edo State local government areas will commence today. He said the distribution at the ward level had been concluded with 125,928 PVCs collected within 5 days. Olumeko said the figure represented 68.3% of the 184,438 new cards issued during the recent continuous voter registration exercise, marking the highest collection rate recorded by INEC since the introduction of CVR ahead of off-cycle governorship elections in 2015. Now to foreign news. Palestinian health officials say at least 11 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces in the north of the occupied West Bank. 5 were reportedly killed in an airstrike in Al-Faraz refugee camp, and 6 in a drone strike and armed clashes in Jenin. Israeli security forces say they were carrying out a counter-terrorism operation to thwart terror in Jenin and Tukram. This appears to be a major Israeli operation, with at least 4 Palestinian cities being targeted at the same time. Palestinian reports say that the main roads into Jenin have been closed off, with armed clashes in the city's refugee camp. In our sport, the Nigeria Basketball Federation has released a list of players in the boys and girls categories of the FIBA Under-18 African Championship to be held in Pretoria, South Africa from September 1 to 14. A total of 24 players, 12 per team, will represent the country at the championship, featuring 12 topmost national teams on the continent. According to the draw conducted on August 24, Nigeria is in Group B alongside Egypt, Angola, and Uganda. while the full schedule of the tournament will be confirmed at a later date. The winners and runners-up at the tournament will represent Africa at the 2025 FIBA Under-19 World Cup in Switzerland. And that is the news at 10. Just before we go, maintain adequate distance from the vehicle ahead of you to avoid collision. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration provided 450,000 pupils with e-learning devices? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has pledged his administration's commitment to create an enabling environment for both local and foreign businesses to thrive in the state. The Standards Organization of Nigeria has emphasized the urgent need for a comprehensive strategy to prevent building collapses in Nigeria. Also told you that Palestinian health officials said at least 11 Palestinians have been killed by Israeli forces in the north of the occupied West Bank. And in sports, the Nigeria Basketball Federation has released lists of players in the boys and girls categories of the FIBA Under-18 African Championship to be held in Pretoria, South Africa from September 1 to 14. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolagun. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.